What's going on, everybody? It's Oscar Cisneros. Real quick, I want to come at you with a quick public service announcement, and this is in regards to vehicles that have direct injection. Direct injection is where the fuel injector is placed directly inside of the combustion chamber instead of on top of the intake manifold like you would see with sequential fuel injection systems. It was great for the fuel injection era, if you will, because it was able to provide a better control, more precise injection of fuel, giving you better fuel economy, better power, better emissions. But with that came some drawbacks. The drawbacks was carbon buildup. The carbon typically builds up behind the valves, and when the sequential fuel injection system would spray fuel on top of the motor, the fuel would drip down behind the intake valves and it would clean them, making them look immaculate for most of its life. However, with direct injection, because those systems are bypassed, the back of the valves tend to build up a little bit of carbon. So we ended up getting a customer that came in with a 2013 Hyundai, and it was running very, very rough. We disconnected the fuel injection system. I'm sorry, we connected the scan tool, and we looked and we found there was a cylinder 4 misfire as well as several others, but number 4 was the most dominant. We took the spark plug out. The spark plug was coked, meaning it was just really powdery white, hence coked. And we ended up putting in our boroscope, which is a small snake camera inside of the cylinder, to inspect it and see what's going on. So far, this has been my top 5 favorite tool this year alone, just because it has an articulating camera so that I can actually move it like you would see in Ocean's 11 when they're trying to do some cool spy stuff. But take a look at what we got here and let me know what you think. So here is a picture of the valve that we ended up capturing on this Hyundai, and as you can see right up here, the valve just clearly broke right off. And my belief is that the carbon developed a hot spot in that area, and it just got so hot that it ended up chipping off a piece of that intake valve, and lo and behold, it is gone. So lady's gonna need at least for sure a new cylinder head, and or perhaps even a new motor. It's a Hyundai, right? It's a Kia. So this is what it would look like on a good engine, on a good head, I'm sorry. So the intake valves are always the biggest ones. The exhaust valves are always our small ones. But you can see that this one seats perfectly along the valve seat. This is what it does. Air in, closes, and then the exhaust valve opens. Exhaust valve is gases escape, valve closes, process repeats. But if this is in the seated position and we got an opening like we do there, we're going to have some. So one of the things that we can do here at Grease Monkey Garage is that we use a system called walnut blasting, where we remove the intake manifold to gain access to the intake valve on the top side, and we blast it with an abrasive crushed walnut media, and that helps to suck and just blow away all that debris, all that carbon, and it makes it look brand new. Something like this. Check this out. So this is what it would look like. This is actually the exhaust side here, but on the intake side, let me see if we can make this happen here without destroying my desk and destroying my camera. But it would make the valves look brand spanking new, just like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, give us a call, 619-871-5729.